Alright guys, welcome back to another video. Alright, so today I'm taking a look at the latest Jason Voorhees from MEZCO. And that is the Jason Voorhees from Friday the 13th Part 3. And it is from their 1/12 collection, which is their 1/12 scale action figures. So I'm pretty excited to break this open. Let's check out the box first, and we're taking them out. So for being a 1/12 scale action figure, it comes in a pretty big box. So you got the Friday the 13th Part 3 on the front, Jason Voorhees, and like I mentioned before, from the 1/12 collection. Awesome side art. This is straight from the movie poster, just like the other side. And we take a look at the back here, and we got the man himself, Jason Voorhees, from Friday the 13th Part 3, which is one of my favorite Jasons actually. And he comes with a plethora, just a ton of weapons. You can see the different hands that he comes with, the different heads, and different scene scenarios you can put him in. This guy looks great. And then when we open it, this little sleeve here, take the sleeve off, and then that's what he looks like inside of the box. He has some kind of weird plastic wrapped around him, but you can see the stand in the background, all the different goodies, and I cannot wait to get this guy out of here. And this is cool. The back of this, that's kind of interesting. But already I'm pretty impressed with their packaging. These are, oh, this is great. I love that. All right, that's enough of the box. Let's take him out. All right, so one of the first things I noticed taking him out is it comes with this really cool Friday the 13th Part 3 stand. This is awesome. I mean, it's made of plastic. It has the little peg here. You can see the little peg that, yep, goes right on the bottom of his boot. That's a really nice touch from MEZCO. I collect a lot of NECA figures, and they definitely do not give these to you. I mean, he's a little pricier than the NECA offerings, but like I said, this is really cool. I really like that. And at the same time, I'm not really sure why they gave you this little arm. It's cool that they included this, but I'm not sure why they give you this arm. This is for characters that, like, you know, fly through the air or used to jumping around, so you can put this right on the stand and have Jason pose in the air. But Jason does not fly around. I'm a little confused at the arm, but at the same time, I'm kind of glad they included this. This is cool. I don't even have one. But let's take a look at some of his accessories here. So let's start out with his iconic pitchfork. Now, it does have blood all over it, but the blood pattern is kind of strange. I don't know if you guys can see it. It's got like 3 little red stripes going across. And then right here on the back side, one here on the top, one there on the bottom. That's kind of weird, but it's still kind of cool that they put the blood on the actual pitchfork. And speaking of the pitchfork, I really like how the metal looks here. It looks like it's weathered. It looks like it's actual metal. I get kind of sick of seeing some of the weapons that come with these horror figures, and the weapons or the axe or the knife is just painted silver, just silver. So this is a really nice, I really like how they did this. Also here on the brown wooden handle here, you can kind of see the little wood grain going through there too. I'm not sure if that's picking up, but so far, pretty nice detail in just the pitchfork alone. I really like it. All right, so let's go to the axe. So check out the blood splatter here on the axe. That is awesome. On the opposite side too. And the same weathered metal look here on the axe. I really liked it. This is great. And you can still see here in the handle, the wood grain here. It's nice detail in the handle. That looks great. So far, I'm pretty impressed with the accessories here, the weapons for Jason. These are nice. The same weathered looking metal and the blood splatter. This looks great. I'm pretty impressed with these accessories so far, guys. The brown handle, but none of the detail you see in the axe or the pitchfork. It's just a straight brown handle, but still pretty awesome. Here we have his knife. See there? Focus, there we go. And impressive blood splatter on the knife. These look really nice. On the other side, there. A little shinier than the others. Not as weathered looking as the axe or the cleaver. Next, a very weathered, iconic machete that everyone knows Jason to wield. And very nice blood splatter on this once again. Very weathered look on this one. Check out the handle. This is great. So far, Mezco, you're really impressing me with just the accessories alone. This is awesome. Next, we got a fire poker with random blood splatter on it. And I really like the handle here. That looks nice. And it's not hard, rigid plastic. There is some give to these, which I like because it makes it a little less easy to break these. One of the items without blood on it is this wrench here. Very cool. And next, one of my favorite weapons that Jason comes with is the harpoon. And as you guys know, if you have seen part 3, spoiler, this is his first kill when he first gets his hockey mask. Of course, there's no blood on this yet because he hasn't fired it. But this is a great addition from Mezco to actually include the harpoon. This is great. This doesn't come out or anything, and yeah, I'd be afraid to actually break this. It's a little flimsy, but there is some give to it, so I'm not too worried about it. You can see it kind of goes all the way back. Focus all the way back in there. All right, so let's check out some of the hands he comes with. This looks like his trigger finger. So this obviously is the hand that you use with the harpoon. And some nice detail on the hands. Not a lot of dirt or grime on this one, but still a nice sculpt. And then one of his grabbing hands. And you can see this one's a little more dirty. You can actually see the creases in the palm here. That's pretty nice. So that's pretty cool. Another one of his grabbing hands here. This one is actually really cool. It's kind of like his last alternative hand here. They're all pretty much the same look. These ones are a little more grimy and dingy looking, but still kind of cool. Now let's take a look at the man himself. So let's see how tall he is. And he's right about 6 inches tall, which is what I was expecting for a 1/12 figure. But if you take a look at his mask here, it's not too weathered, but in part 3, he just got this mask, so it's not going to be crazy weathered. There is some yellowing around the face area here. It's a little bit of weathering on the bottom here, but overall, I think Mezco nailed it with the look of the mask. And as we go down, I just love Jason from part 3. You know, he hasn't looked like this since part 3. He changed his look in part 4, 5, and on up. But I like how the clothes here hang off of him. So, you know, they look a little small. You can see those wrists popping out from the shirt here, from his sleeves. It kind of just hangs off his hump that he has here. And I've always liked his look from part 3. You know, the quality, even the quality of the clothes feels nice. They're a little too clean, in my opinion. You know, in part 3, he was a little dingy. He was kind of dirty. But these clothes look pretty new. You see what I'm saying? We got his pants, and then take a close-up look. Oops. Hit the microphone. Take a close-up look at his boots here. Like I mentioned before, it does have the peg for the base. The mask, of course, comes off, and there is an alternative mask, and I think all of you guys know what the alternative mask is. But here's Jason's face without the mask, and I really dig it. I think it's pretty accurate to the movie. You didn't see him a lot with the mask off. It was very quick shots of him with the mask off. But from what I remember from the movie, he looks just like this. The gruesome, bloated neck that he has here. It continues on to the backside. Just bloated, gross. This is incredible. This is great. Now, he does come with an alternative head. And if we take this head off, oh yeah, so it looks like it's a double ball joint in the neck here. So you have a ball joint on the top that swivels, and then another one on the bottom. So That's why you can get such nice free range motion with his head. And here it is, of course, at the end of the movie when he gets the axe planted into his head. That is the wound, and that is crazy. Look at that. That is awesome. So they did a really good job with the red blood here. Looks like it kind of gets deeper and darker on his face. Wow. And then kind of light back here. And look at the wound here. This is great. And if you take a look at them side by side, you know, very similar. Just differences in the mouth. Of course, the wound, the blood. The mouth is open a little bit more here on the alternate head, exposing those nasty teeth. But that looks awesome. And then, of course, to go with the alternate head with the wound is the bloody mask with the cut already in it. Here's that mask, and then the more pristine looking mask right next to it. Awesome. All right, so here he is with his wounded head and mask on, and what's really cool is they made it so you can actually put the axe into the wound itself. Kinda stick it into the groove here, and it should stay. Oops. Should be able to stick right into the wound. Boom. There it is. I'm not really sure how I'm gonna pose this guy, but I'm pretty sure I wanna pose him with the axe into his head, and then with the grabbing hands moving forward like he's trying to grab, what's her name? Kimberly Beck, I think it is in part 3. I don't know her character name, but I think I know her actual name, Kimberly Beck, the final girl in part 3 who actually hit him with the axe. And I think that's the only accessory that can actually fit into the head. I don't think the machete or the meat cleaver actually fit in there. I'm gonna try it. So here's the meat cleaver. Actually, it does fit, but it doesn't make sense. He doesn't get hit with the meat cleaver in the movie. He gets hit with the axe. So it's kind of cool that they made those fit, but no one's ever gonna do that. So awesome. All right, so let's go over Jason's articulation. So I already showed you the double ball joint in his head, so we get some nice motion out of his head here. So let me just take the mask off. So up and down with his head. Very nice, very nice. Move down to his shoulders, so we can get him straight out like that, up and down, forward. Very cool. Feels like there's a bicep swivel in there. Yep, there is. And his elbows are double jointed elbows. Very cool. Some pretty nice motion there. And then a nice swivel hinge with the wrist, and we can turn those all the way around. So it looks like we have an upper torso ball joint and then one at the lower waist. So you can spin them this way. Very cool. As we move down to his legs, we have an upper thigh swivel here. Looks like another double jointed knee. And then, oh, very cool. So at the boot, it can turn all the way around. And then at the ankle, it looks like we have a nice ankle rocker. Left and right, and up and down. So nice movement there with his feet. I like it a lot. All right, so here I have Jason with his axe being held in both hands on the stand. And you can see the possibilities with this stand and all these different accessories. You can pose him any way you want to with all the actual articulation points that he has. Double jointed elbows, the knees, double ball joint in his head. This is actually a very nice figure. Standing only 6 inches tall, he doesn't exactly match my other figures from NECA. They're mainly, 7 to 8 inches tall. The ultimate figures are. Overall, I'm very, very impressed. Actually, I'm gonna go grab the NECA's version of Jason from Friday the 13th Part 3. I'm gonna check them out side by side and see what you guys think. All right, so side by side, of course, the ultimate figure from NECA is gonna just tower over the 6-inch one. But if you take a closer look, the one from NECA, even though he's made of all plastic, you can see how much more dingy and grimy he is. And that was a small complaint, but it is a negative because he has such pristine and clean looking clothes, and this is how he should look. I mean, just dirty pants, blood, just grimy looking. Even his mask, you can kind of see, just more yellowy, more weathered looking. This one's a little more white and clean looking. But like I said, he just got the mask, so I believe it looked more like this. But I'm just nitpicking at this point. You can see his hands, super grimy, dirty. Just like that. Now let's take the masks off. And major differences. So the skin tones here are a lot more, almost pinkish on this Jason. And here he's a lot darker, a lot more head deformity on the one from NECA. They got these weird bumps everywhere. And here's the profile. So you guys can make the call which one you like better. Looking at them side by side, the NECA one looks just absolutely disgusting. Look at that. But not taking anything away from MEZCO. I think they did a great job, but side by side, I gotta give it to the NECA Ultimate figure. Now looking at NECA's accessories that they gave you, they're a lot worse, not gonna lie. I'm not gonna take them out, but you can see one of my major gripes is what I was talking about. Like, see here, the machete. It's just so pristine and clean looking. They didn't put a drop of blood on NECA's machete. The axe looks worse. The actual knife looks worse. They have blood on it at least. The pitchfork doesn't have any blood on it. The fire poker, no blood on it. At least they nailed the weapons for the MEZCO Jason. They actually put blood on it. And last but not least, MEZCO gives you this cool little bag labeled 112 to put all the accessories in if you're gonna have them posed up. You can put all your accessories in the bag and then just neatly fold it up, put it away. I really like this touch. Am I gonna use it? Probably not, but still kind of cool they give it to you. Alright guys, that's pretty much it for this video. What are your thoughts on MEZCO's take on Jason Voorhees from Friday the 13th Part 3? 6-inch, 1/12 scale action figure. Overall, I think he's fantastic. A couple slight negatives. If you guys did enjoy this video, please give me that thumbs up. Please subscribe. And go! But these clothes look pretty new. You see what I'm saying?